Welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so I got a question for you. Is Miranda missing? Is she? Alrighty, guys, y'all stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna start this out. We got a couple of screenshots here that we gotta point out real fast. This is what Miss Katie Joy decides to post. Missing person. All right, so you know it's got to be interesting, right, guys? It's got to be interesting. All right, so she says there has been numerous questions about the incident that happened in January 2021 when Miranda moved out and didn't attend her grandfather's funeral. There are two sides of the story. Miranda says her parents were controlling and she wanted to live her life. Her family says Miranda completely changed after meeting the group. These two issues might be true to each person. In the United States, adults can legally go missing or take off. They are under no obligation to tell anyone of their location or reasons for leaving. Adults do not have to stay in touch with their parents or family. For an adult to be declared missing, there generally needs to be suspicious circumstances around their disappearance. Having an adult declared missing isn't easy. Her parents said that Miranda moved out and told no one. They described her as acting fearful and scared of something. They also said that she and B- were not responding to their calls. Kelly stated in a comment that they texted them that they were going to call the police before they made the report. She claimed Miranda and James never responded. In her parents' eyes, they believe she was at risk based upon their last interaction. Miranda says she's not at risk at all. Right now, the issue is being debated back and forth, but the issues at hand regarding concerns about the group are being ignored. The Wilkings were clear that they had tried everything, but they admitted that they were stuck against laws. Miranda has the right to have a relationship with her parents. However, if she's being controlled by a church and having to receive permission to do anything in her life, that is not free will. Cults know that freedom of religion protects them from accusations of coercion and manipulation. A victim of a cult, listen to me, a cult will not figure out that they are a victim because someone tells them they are one. They have to figure this out on their own. The church will deny they are controlling anyone until actual whistleblowers come forward or crimes are uncovered. The Wilkings are stuck in a tough spot. So she's pretty much saying that the Wilkings, they can't do anything about Miranda being with B-. And you know what, guys? You want to know something? It's right. It's 100% right. That they can't do nothing whatsoever at all about her being with B-. And if that's who Miranda wants to be with, that's who Miranda's going to be with. I need to brush him. I really do, and I'm going to do that. But I think that's something that Katie Joy just, she wants to put it out there that they're allowed to be missing, but Katie Joy don't want them to be. That's the way it is. And guys, everything in here is my opinion and my opinion alone. So Katie Joy can put out there whatever she wants to put out there, but the fact of the matter is Miranda a missing person? Really? Is she? Is she a missing person? I've seen her. I really have. I've seen videos of her. So in my eyes, she's not a missing person whatsoever at all. So let me read you this comment that Miss Katie Joy got. And this is somebody who was responding to somebody else. So it starts off, I'm so sorry you went through similar things, okay? But I wanted to point this out because this is what Katie Joy's followers are starting to say to her about the things that she's posting and the things that she's doing. I'm all for exposing cults and shutting them down, but I can't help but think this isn't the way. I know when I left and that I walked right into another BUSIVE situation because that's all I knew. So yes, I believe this could be a cult that she's a part of, but she can also have legitimate reasons for wanting to be cut off from her family. I fear that all this coverage is doing is making her double down in the situation she's in because she feels like no one believes her about what she was experiencing within her family. She'll never leave if that's the case. I know because I've been there. Just because she was making podcasts and saying everything was great, quote unquote, just weeks before she left doesn't make it true. I lied my entire life in order to hide what I'd lived in at home because I had been so conditioned to do so. The point is, we just don't know. We have her parents' public side of the story and the attempts that she has made to discredit them. We don't know the actual truth about her family relationships. I know so many people swear they can spot a narcissist from a mile away because they have a family full of them, but so many people have no idea what real narcissistic abuse looks like. That's especially true when dealing with a closet narcissist who is great at putting on a perfect show for the rest of the world. All of that being said, I just think there has to be a way to expose the cult without using her personal family issues to do it. Just my opinion. And I want to say to this person, good job. Absolutely 100% good job, because you're saying that you don't have to put family out there. That's not something that you have to do. You don't have to call out her family issues. You don't have to call out what's happening inside her family. You don't have to call out that there's certain issues with her family. You don't have to call all that out. She's making a choice to call all that out. Katie Joy is making that choice. Katie Joy is making the choice to actually put the things from the family up, and she's 100% making that choice. Are you having a good day? Yes? Okay, so I want to share something with you that was posted on. Y'all are okay? They're just waiting on me. Then they're just waiting on me. So let me redo this. Okay, so I wanna play you the 911 call that Miranda released. So y'all listen to this.
They're not upset, but they're definitely concerned. My understanding of this is that I guess you were supposed to go to Michigan today.
Yes. So my grandfather passed away not too long ago, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And his funeral is this coming up week, and I just chose not to go home just out of my own grieving purposes, and
Okay.
they're just they're not taking it very well at all, and they're kind of flipping out. So I'm so sorry. I am totally fine.
Okay. So we're like about 9/10 the way of making you a missing person. Is there any possibility we can come meet you and just make sure you're okay and everything's all right?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So now then, I'm going to read you something that Miranda, I'm guessing this was shared actually from Miranda, is what I'm guessing. I guess this was shared from her. And it's another point of view. And she wants people to see this point of view. So I figured I'm going to bring it to YouTube so more people can see this point of view. And obviously, Miranda agrees with this. I'm sorry, my phone keeps timing out on me. You know, it doesn't like my fingerprints when they're all dirty. It don't like them whatsoever at all. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put it over me and let y'all look at the pretty horse for a second. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I had to take a little break there. You know, they're kind of needy, just a little bit. And this one right here is nudging me. Yeah, she's nudging me. She's like, oh, you want to show off for the camera? You want to show off for the camera? Yeah. So, Miranda has shared a story. I'm not sure where I'm at, so I'm just gonna pick up where I think I'm at. But Miranda has shared a story on her Instagram, or on the Instagram that she uses. I think this came from Miranda. And so I figured I was just going to bring it to you on YouTube. And I was going to let y'all hear something that Miranda shared. And just put it on out there like Miranda likes to put it on out there. Okay, this one right here says, look, I'll let you look at the pretty horses. I'll cover myself up. How about that? Why, dear Kelly Wilking, why are you punishing your daughter? You could easily stand up for your daughter and denounce Katie Joy. Your daughter is begging this woman to stop, and that person will not. She has stated she will not. By not putting it out there that you are not working with this woman, you are signing the go-ahead for her harassment and stalking to continue. By not listening to your daughter, you are pushing her further and further away. Right now, she is battling Katie Joy and her army and you. Take it from me. My mom and I got in a very big argument after I had my triplets. She wanted to tell me how I had to do things, and if I didn't do them the right way, according to her, she'd let me know. After so long, I had enough. I went off on her in the middle of a campground parking lot, not caring who could hear, and me screaming at the top of my lungs at my mother. We did work it out. We both set our own boundaries, and our relationship is now great. It took 3 months to get to the point of just speaking without feeling awkward. What I'm trying to say is let your daughter live her life her way. You are her mother. You want the best for her, but she is an adult. free to make her own decisions, go her own path. She is married. Has made a name for herself. She is happy. She is healthy. She is begging for all. Okay, hold on. Phone messing up. For all of the stuff to be kept private. And you not denouncing the person who is continually attacking her, her husband, and her sponsors, you are especially helping Katie Joy attack and degrade your daughter. You need to take a step back, shut down any alleged involved with the Katie Joy, and give your daughter some space. Let her feel comfortable coming to you. If she was in a cult, do you think she would tell you right now so you could say, I told you so, quote unquote? No, your daughter is telling you she's okay. Take a step back. Take Katie Joy out of the equation, publicly and privately. And if your daughter feels like she is in trouble, she will come to you when she's ready. If this is the life she wants to live, you have to accept that. Let Katie Joy go after the church or the shins. Make it known she can't come after your daughter. And guys, sorry, horrible camera work there. Okay, a horrible camera work there. 100%. I got other babies over there. Yeah, they're just waiting on me to do what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing whatsoever at all. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm having fun. Goodness gracious, how did you get so hairy in 2 days? Huh? How did you get so hairy in 2 days? I don't know. Okay, but this person is actually just saying, Katie Joy, step back. Step back. This person is also saying, hey, dear mom and dad, go ahead, speak up for your daughter. Be there for your daughter. Support your daughter. Don't let everybody assume that Katie Joy is somebody that you want to be associated with. And here's the problem. On just the Wilking sister's Instagram page, it actually says for updates to go to Katie Joy. And guys, that's sad. My opinion alone, that is sad that they would actually put on there, go to Katie Joy. And then you have Wilking Sisters 2, which is Miranda speaking out, and Miranda putting another narrative out there. So you've got one page supporting Katie Joy, and you got one page that's not. And so people that want to, look up Miranda and the Wilking Sisters, I'm afraid that they are going to go to just the Wilking sister, where it says, that for, Katie Joy is a person to go to. I mean, they share things from Katie Joy, her live streams and whatever. So obviously there's some support there. And guys, to me, this is sad. It really is. It's sad, because I didn't even know that I needed to follow Wilking Sisters 2 until, some other people pointed it out to me that I was following the wrong one. Then I was like, well, shoot nuggets. I tell you something. I was just following the wrong page, because I was like, why in the world are these people supporting Katie Joy so much? Why in the world would I want to go to Katie Joy for updates? Why would I want to do that? Why can't I just go ahead and listen to Miranda? Then I found Wilking Sisters 2. So if you're on Instagram and you're looking around and you're trying to find stuff on Miranda, go to Wilking Sisters 2. Just my advice, because that's where you're going to find the good stuff. That's where you're going to find Miranda actually speaking out. That's where you're going to actually find the information that you're trying to find with how Miranda's doing. My opinion alone. So, guys, I wanted to bring that to you today. Like I said, such a nice, pretty day out here. It really, really is. I got horses out there in the pasture. I got horses over on the side over there. I got horses everywhere. And they're all going to come up here to this mud that's down here. Yeah, that mud. They're going to come up here to this mud. And they're going to stomp around in this mud for a little bit. Then they're going to go out to the out to the pond. They're going to stomp around in the mud there. I don't win the battle whenever it comes to mud and my horses. I'm telling you right now, I don't win that battle whatsoever at all. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to let it be muddy for a while. I'm going to let it go ahead and let y'all trample through the mud and get dirty and do what you want to do. And then afterwards, I'll go ahead and when it's warm and pretty, I'll go ahead and bathe you, get you all clean again. But first, I got to let it dry up some. That's just what I got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to brush this beautiful baby here that has all the hay all over him. I'm going to brush this beautiful baby here. And obviously this one over here is wanting mama's attention. She's wanting mama's attention too. So I'm going to give her some of mama's attention because, guys, I love it. I absolutely do. I love it 100%. And they just, sometimes wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, they like to come up to me and they're just like, all right, mama, it's me time. It's me time. And you know what? It kind of goes along with what Katie Joy, they come to me. If Miranda needed something, Miranda would go to her parents, right? If my horses need something, they come to me. So I don't push my horses. I don't do none of that good stuff. I just let them have their own good time and let them have their own free time. And then I'm just here when they need me or when they want me. That's the point of this. And it kind of comes down to the same thing with Miranda with her sharing that post. If she my opinion, don't come for me. My opinion, with her sharing that post from somebody else, she's saying that if she needs her parents, she'll come to her parents. Her sharing that post is just saying, I know that you're there, mom and dad, sister. I know that you're there, but right now I kind of don't need you. I've got other things that I'm focusing on and other things that I'm doing. And so let me finish what I'm doing. Let me get set in my life so that I can actually tackle the family problems that we have. That's just what's coming across to me when all of this is being posted. Now, Miranda releasing that 911 call, there ain't nothing of shaming in that whatsoever at all. She released it for a reason. She wanted people to know the truth. And she actually, she put it out there. She was like, y'all are going to call me out for this, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there, and y'all are going to see that sometimes when people are calling her out for certain things, Miranda just posts the proof. Miranda will just put it out there, and she will say, no, this is what happened. This is how this went. And so it shuts down all this other Jimmy Kebab stuff. It shuts all that down to where they can't say that, she's missing or whatever because she released the police call. So Katie Joy can keep going after Miranda if that's what she wants to do. She can keep going after Miranda. But I'm hoping that with all this that's coming out and with all this that's being shared, I am hoping that more and more people are going to stand up to Katie Joy in her comment section. And somebody like me can't do that because I get blocked and I wouldn't be able to bring you half the stuff I bring you. So, I can't do nothing like that. But, I'd hope Katie Joy's followers, more of them would, open up and say, hey, just so you know, you're not doing right. Just so you know, you need to leave the family out of it. Just so you know, you're doing things kind of shisty. Just a little bit. And I think more and more people are starting to come around. And I think Miranda opening her mouth and Miranda putting her statements out there and putting her feelings out there, I think Miranda is doing the best that she possibly can with the situation she's been given. Miranda didn't ask to be put in this situation. And from what I gather and what I know, it was more of Miranda's parents that were asking for this situation to start. And that is sad to me. That is 100% sad to me. Yeah, I know I'm on a little bit of a tangent, but I'm going out here. I'm on a little bit of a tangent. But guys, it is really sad to me because reaching out to Katie Joy is something that I myself would never advise. I wouldn't want anybody to reach out to Katie Joy to try to help with a situation like this because in my opinion alone, this is making the family look bad. This really is. It is making the family look bad because every time the family goes to post something or every time the family is on Katie Joy's side or every time, they like her post or anything, I don't know who's behind the actual Wilkins sisters, but every time, they do that and they show their support for Katie Joy, it's just going against Miranda. And in order to fix a family, my opinion, you got to kind of stay on the side of your family member if that's what you're wanting to do. If you're wanting to fix the family and you're wanting to reconcile with them and you're wanting to make things better, you kind of just got to pay attention to the family. And the family paying attention to Katie Joy is not getting anybody anywhere. My opinion alone. You don't have to agree with me. You really don't have to agree with me. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm 100% fine with that. But okay, guys, I wanted to bring you that little bit of information. And yes, I'm still going to follow this. And I'm enjoying, like I said, I'm enjoying Miranda because she's just like, all right, y'all call me out. Here we go. We're gonna show some proof. We're going to show some proof. This one's for all of my followers that want to see a horse hug and want to hug a horse. He's just so sweet. He really is. He's just so sweet. Yep. He's just grazing along, having a good old time. But that's my spew for the day. Okay, we all know Janet gets on tangents. We all know that Janet just starts talking. We all know that Janet gets lost in her words. We know this. This is nothing new. And this is what you can expect on my channel, because I just do this. A lot of thoughts come racing into my head, and sometimes they just spew out of my mouth. Sometimes I ain't got a filter. And so sometimes I just talk a lot. So guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the chaos, because that's what this is. 100% chaos. Look at this. I moved. He's like, yep, Mama moved. Now I got to come out here where Mama's at. You see this? You see this? That's right there's loving. That's attention right there. But alrighty, guys. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And I hope you remember to smile today, or you make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference, guys. It really, really can. If Miranda ever sees my videos, I hope she knows that I'm saying, yeah. Go, Miranda. You just keep putting your truth out there, and you just keep on going, girl. And hey, I can just say thank you, Miranda. You're doing what some of us haven't been able to do, and you're bringing attention to Katie Joy and her antics and things that she does that we just don't like and we just don't approve of. And that's me. It's not that I don't like Katie Joy. It's just that, sometimes I don't like her actions, and I don't like what she says and what she says. That's just the bottom line. But I really do hope that y'all have a good one. Y'all remember to smile today, or you make somebody else smile, because it can make a difference. I say that a lot, and I'm going to continue to say that because it really can make a difference. Alrighty, guys. Bye.